Okay, I was really inspired to make this video because since my last two videos, I've received dozens of messages from people, DMs on Instagram, Patreon messages, Discord messages, and they're all from people who are thanking me for the content and basically sharing that they are not in a place they want to be. They're not happy, they're dealing with this. They've dealt with this loss. They're going through this breakup. We're like a lot of shit that people are going through, like facts. Everyone is going through certain shit and some going through more shit than others. So this video really is to you. First and foremost, I love every message. Every DM means the world to me. It inspires me. It motivates me. And it also is kind of, it lets me know that this is impactful. I know these videos don't get the views that, I get on my reaction channel. Makes sense. But the fact that I get these lets me not care about the views, because even if it's impacting a small handful of you, that's all that matters. But anyways, this is kind of a general overarching kind of answer and or guidance to anyone who is kind of at a place in life where they're just like, fuck, I just am not where I want to be. I need to get my shit together. It's a reminder. And this is very broad. This isn't, specific in any way, shape, or form. But it might be you. It might be for you. It might be where you're at in life. It's about control. It's about understanding. I want to remind you and basically tell you through this video that you are in control of everything, of your life, of if you're not in, let's say, the best shape, you're not in the shape you want, you're in control of that. You're not making the money you want, you're in control of that. You're not getting the fulfillment out of relationships that you would want, you're in control of that. We are in control of everything. And if who you are right now is not who you're happy with or who you thought you'd be by now, then it is your responsibility to make sure a year from now, 2 years from now, you're not in the same boat. You are in control, and I promise you, a year from now, you could be 10 times happier, peak happiness, and in the best shape of your life. And then a year from then, it can progress even more. It's a reminder that you are in control. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, basically, I want to let you know it's not your parents. It's not your significant other, spouse. It's not your brothers, your sisters. It's not your friends. It's not even the environment that you're in. Yes, these things play a factor. I'm not an idiot. I have gone through shitty environments and relationships and parents, and I've gone through those ups and downs myself. And I know how hard it makes it, how being around those type of people and being in those situations, I know how hard it makes it for you to realize that you're still in control, but this is a reminder. You are still in control. And a lot of the times, things that I've had to do, conversations that I've had to have with people who I felt were holding me back. And sometimes they're doing it unintentionally. Sometimes it's a subconscious, friends, family that hold you back because they don't want you to outgrow them. But you're in control, and ultimately it's your responsibility to step up and tell them, hey, I am not where I want to be, or I'm not the best version of myself. I need to start making changes, and I need you to support that. I need you to question, do you want me happy? Do you want me successful and fulfilled? If so, I need your support, or I just need you to kindly get out of the way. I'm not cutting you off. I'm not doing any of that. I just need you to let me do these things so that I can reach that. I've had to have those conversations. I've done that. And you might have to do that too. And I know it's really hard. I know it's hard because a lot of people that message me are young. A lot of you are 18, 19, 20, still very heavily impacted by your parents. This is a reminder for you. Your parents are amazing. And hopefully one day you will be parents. But a parent's job is to prepare them as efficiently as possible to then live their own life and be successful and happy. I think a lot of the times parents tend to get caught up in the 18 years of raising and training and doing these things that they feel like they're in control and they should be controlling your life. That is not the job of a parent. They should not be, and they are not in control. Once you're an adult, you are in control. So everything from adulthood forward is up to you, and it's your responsibility to make sure that when, like in the blink of an eye, we are going to be old. We're like old people, 80, 90, 100 years old on our deathbed, and we're going to know that we're reaching kind of the tail end of this experience on earth, in our life. When we're at that point, we're going to know that controlled feeling that we felt, that, the power that we gave those around us meant nothing. And really what mattered is, what did we do with our life? We're in control of writing that book. And at the end of the day, when we are at that stage in life, you want to be able to look back and basically answer the question, what was your book about? What did you do in life? What was your life about? And you're in control of making sure that story is a good story. So this is just literally a friendly reminder that you can become whoever you want to become. You can make the life that you want. Again, I'm not taking away. I know some of you might get defensive and say, like, Ron, you don't know what I'm going through. Ron, my situation doesn't allow it. I know for those people that feel that way, all that means is the situation that you're in today is a lot more cloudy and dark. And, I want to use the metaphor, I don't know what exactly it is. It's like you are the captain of your own ship type deal. It's a metaphor that's been used a lot. Basically, you are steering your own ship, right? And depending on the direction you want to go, you change the sails. That's all of us. Life is our ship, right? And if you're that person that's getting defensive and, this doesn't click and you feel you're a victim, and I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you're not up against shitty fucking cards and hands and dealing with shitty people and in bad environments and we're dealt a shitty hand from birth. I get that. I'm not saying that's not fact. But all that means is the storm you're going through, your ship is going through, is just darker, cloudier, more windy, with more rain and lightning than other people's. That doesn't mean your ship stops and you just stop moving and you're stuck in that storm. What it means is you got to fucking work even harder. The muscles to move the sails, you got to flex even harder. You got to, it's going to take a bit more discipline. It's going to take a bit more sacrifice and probably pain. And, you're going to be more wet and cold and all these things than other people. I get it. I know some people's, from the jump, some people's boat is just smooth sailing with calm waters. And then every now and then they'll get stuff. Others are not like that. But that's fine. There's no point in focusing on other people's boat and other people's journey, because all that's going to allow you're not going to go anywhere. You got to focus on your boat, get through that storm. Okay, and I want to leave you with one thing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up putting it on the cover. My favorite book of all time. And for anyone that this video resonated with, please read or listen. I've read this book about 4 times. And I've listened to the audiobook like 3 times. I actually need to redo it because the last time I did it was about 1.5 years ago when I got into running. I would listen to the audiobook. But it's called The Alchemist. It's The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And this book basically will open your eyes to what we are capable of and just basically hit on the head everything I've been trying to share in this video, but told in a way more brilliant way. I probably sound dumb half of the time I'm speaking right now. This book, and it's such an easy read. It's so good. It will teach you. You will leave after reading this book. I guarantee you will be inspired and you will feel in control. At the back of the book, it says, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation, from The Alchemist, right? It is your destiny to make sure at the end of the road, when we're closing the book that we've written that is about our life, what was your journey on that boat like? How cool was this? What did you do? What storms did you get through? What did you overcome? That's what's going to be inspirational. That's what's going to be cool. I actually looked up the definition, and I'll leave you with this because I thought that this was really freaking cool. About the alchemist. When you look up the definition, I know a lot of you are like, oh, I know alchemist. I know what it means. I know, alchemy, right? The definition of alchemist: a person who transforms or creates something through a seemingly magical process. And then if you go one step down, what is the real meaning of alchemist? A person who uses or seems to use alchemy, the attempts to change ordinary metals into gold. For thousands of years, alchemists tried to figure out how to turn lead into gold. We are all alchemists. I know I'm using a shit ton of metaphors. We're sailors, we're freaking, we're old people, we're alchemists. I love metaphors. I think life is all about that. But we are all alchemists. And what we're doing is we're trying to create something out of what we have. And this is just a friendly reminder, and this book will tell you, and this video is a reminder, that you can create gold out of the lead that you currently have. You are in control though. Okay, so there's no way of getting through the storm, there's no way of creating gold if all we're focused on is literally complaining or blaming others, blaming our parents, that victim mindset. Again, I'm never going to say that you're wrong for feeling that way, because you're not. We're humans and you feel as a result of an experience. That's just fact. Feelings are factual. Cool, feel that way. But don't let that prevent you from moving forward. So let's move forward. You're in control. Get this book, okay? I promise you'll love it. Read the audiobook and then DM me. Comment, message, let me know what you thought about it. I really, this is my favorite book and the most impactful book I've ever read. This changed my life. I read this in college and it literally changed my life. And I actually discovered this from an interview that Will Smith did. He was talking all about manifestation and how, you basically create the life that you want. And that's what he did. And he said he got a lot of his inspiration from this book. And so that's when I got it. And then what was funny is after I read this book, I started watching interviews and reading articles about all these different famous, very successful people. Oprah, Big Sean, Obama, all these very successful people. I just realized I just named all black people, which is funny. That's not the point. But they all referenced this book. And then I'm like, there's something there. So I promise you, get this book. You will love it. And it'll change your life. And if it doesn't, there's nothing I could do for you, but I'm willing to bet that if 100 of you read this, 99% it'll change 99% of your lives. 99 out of 100. The one person whose life it doesn't change, I think we'll just have to read it again. And then it'll change. That's it. You're in control. Peace.